Hello and welcome to the Social Samaj podcast show. My name is Ruchira Maheshwari and I am honored today to have hosted a visionary leader of the most strategic maritime gateways of the country. Today, I have with me a distinguished officer of the Indian Railway Services of Mechanical Engineers, Sri Sushil Kumar Singh. Right from green hydrogen to digitalization of the port, he has emerged as one of those leaders that is looking forward to improvising and getting an innovation to the future of the maritime industry. Let's dive into the world of mega ships, massive trade corridors, and ambition with the man who's anchoring it all. Very good morning, sir. I'm very grateful to have you on our show today. It's called the Social Samaj podcast, and it's for curious minds like us of the younger generation. Sir, my first question, if I may start, would be where did your journey start? And you've reached the helm of Kanla Port, so how did it go?
So I am mechanical engineer by profession.
Yes.
I started my service in railways. So I started working with railways in 1993. I'm basically a railway man, and I worked in operations and production and design, research. And subsequently, I moved to Ministry of Railways. From there, I moved to Ministry of Shipping. I was there as Joint Secretary looking after all the ports, modernization, mechanization, and other projects, capacity augmentation, decarbonization. And then finally, I landed here in Kandla some 8 months back.
Yes.
I'm also looking after the charge of Chairman Mumbai Port Authority. So currently, I'm handling both these ports as Chairman.
Okay. And continuing from the conversation, sir, Bombay is a very big port, and so is Kandla as far as numbers are concerned. But since you're working with both of them, so which one do you say is of bigger volume or more difficult to handle, if that is how I could put it?
So, if we compare both these ports, Mumbai has its own advantages. So it's located in a metropolitan city.
Correct.
But if we look at the challenges that are there in the port operations and the kind of volumes that are being handled at these ports, Kandla is one of the biggest major ports of the country.
Yes.
And when we say major ports, a port which is governed by Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways.
Yes.
So Kandla has been traditionally a number one port of the country.
Yes.
Somehow it went down in 22-23, but then it again regained its position. So volume-wise, cargo-wise, and infrastructure-wise, this is way ahead of Mumbai Port Authority, Mumbai Port, Bombay Port as we call it. And the other difference is that here you see the whole ecosystem of shipping, export, import, coastal movements is live, so it's full of energy. So
Correct.
you have a lot of things to do here. This is one port which can be improved, which can be modernized, which can be provided with all kinds of state-of-the-art technologies and infrastructure to position it as one of the best ports of the country and also on the global map as one of the leader port in specific areas of operation. Like we have selected decarbonization or green hydrogen or methanol as one of the focus areas of this port, which will place this port, position this port on the global map as the leaders in decarbonization in maritime sector. So these are some of the areas on which we are working. New areas.
I think, sir, in the last few days or weeks, I think you mentioned decarbonization. So I think the green tug is in the highlights for everybody as far as Kandla Port is concerned. So what saying about
so there is a program issued by the ministry. It's a green tug transition program where all the major ports of the country and subsequently all the other non-major ports also have to transition towards greener vessels. When we say greener vessels, a vessel which is working on green fuels, low carbon fuels or zero carbon fuels. So as a first step in this whole exercise, the ports are supposed to procure and deploy what they call green tugs, port crafts. While all the other major ports are still working on the framing of the specifications, tender documents, in the process of tendering, Kandla Port has gone a step ahead. We have floated tender, we finalized the tender, and we have ultimately placed the orders for manufacture of the first green tug of the country.
Correct.
So that order has already been placed on the industry. They have initiated the process of designing, and then subsequently they will be manufacturing it. So Kandla that way has become the leader port again in one of this what you call critical and very important key sector of decarbonization. We will be putting in service a green tug, an all-electric tug, which will not be running on fuel. It will be running on electric power, and it will be providing that 60-ton goal output. So whatever is the conventional tug functional output, that will be achieved by this tug also.
Same output, understood. And looking at sustainability and growth, Kandla Port has seen, I think, around 10% or 0.5% more as well from last year. So, what is your vision towards the growth in the coming year?
So, talking of the growth from the operational point of view, you must be knowing that we crossed 150 million tons of cargo volumes last year.
Yes.
So, that was a growth of more than 13% as compared to the previous year.
Yes.
Now, this kind of growth, none of the other ports had achieved this. The national average is around 4.5%. So we are more than double the national average as far as growth, year-on-year growth is concerned. So we did the volumes in absolute values also, and we also registered an exponential growth in the percentage compared to the previous year. This year again we have set a very ambitious target of 170 million tons.
Yes.
And I'm very confident that with the kind of team that we have and the speed at which we are taking the decisions, we are trying to align the whole procedure, whole business model of this port in line with the requirements of the stakeholders like exporters, importers, shipping agents, customs agents. So everybody will find this place as a place where it's easy to do business. So the cost of doing business, the ease of doing business, both will be improved here, and that will bring in more cargo here. So ultimately the aim is to attract more and more vessels from across this region to this port.
And will we be able to see some more digitization, more modernization when it comes to processes?
Yes, we have already planned capacity augmentation, we have already planned modernization, automation, mechanization, but then these will take time. So we are working on two-pronged approach. One approach is that we try to extract maximum capacity out of the existing facility. So just by optimizing the usage and utilization of the existing facilities, we are trying to create more capacity out of the existing facility.
Yes.
The other is we are trying to put in additional facilities to augment the capacity. So there we are taking up new projects. Like you must be aware that a container terminal, a mega container terminal is coming up at Tuna Tekla.
Yes.
Another multi-cargo berth is already under tendering. So that will add another 20 million tons per annum capacity there. We are coming up with 3 oil jetties, which will add around 10 million tons per annum of liquid capacity to this port. We have some plan to augment the facilities in Vadina. So more SBMs, more jetties, so that will add another 25 million tons. So a large number of infrastructure capacity augmentation projects are already in pipeline, which includes digitization, automation, mechanization. And other than that, we are also working on green, as I've already told you. So green hydrogen, methanol. So these are the areas, new upcoming areas where we have taken a leadership position. Big industry players like L&T, Reliance, AM Greens, Welspun, they have taken huge amount of land parcels here. So they will be setting up their giga scale plants here in the time to come. But by the time they set up their plants, we have also taken another lead that we have started setting up our own plants. Technology demonstration plants here. So that will show the way to the other industries also.
And so talking of green hydrogen, it is the talk of the town. So firstly, why green hydrogen and where are we taking it in the future?
So you must be aware that maritime sector is one of the biggest emitter of carbon dioxide, greenhouse gas emission across the globe. So total greenhouse gas emission, around 3% of the total GHG emission is done by the maritime sector, the shipping sector. So going by the IMO strategy of cutting down on the GHG reduction, the greenhouse gas emission reduction, we are also going to play our role, contribute towards bringing down the carbon emissions. So, and when we say carbon emissions, then we are also talking of the fuels that are being used by the ships. Now, fossil fuel is to be replaced by greener fuels. The green fuels include green hydrogen, green ammonia, methanol, green methanol. So, green hydrogen molecule is the what's it called, the basic molecule which will be used for the other greener fuels or low carbon fuels or zero carbon fuels. So we need countries, we need industry to produce this molecule, and Kandla port is positioning itself as one of the producers and supplier of green hydrogen. So that will ultimately help in the global what you call transition on the shipping lines from a fossil fuel based propulsion system to a greener fuel based propulsion system. So it will be cutting down the emissions from the ships. So that is the need. So ultimate objective is not to allow the global temperatures to exceed 1.6 degree centigrade, what we call the tipping mark that has been
for global warming,
has been declared in the Paris Agreement in November 2021. So to achieve that, all the stakeholders, all the countries across the world are making their contribution. India is also one of them. And as per the vision and direction and guidance of our Honorable Prime Minister, all the ministries and departments in the country are working towards that. So we are also going to play our role in that.
And just a question for the layman, sir. Is green hydrogen as durable, as powerful as a regular fossil fuel?
It's a very what you call important question, because as far as energy density is concerned, so if you talk of energy that a green hydrogen carries or a hydrogen carries, it's much more than any other fuel. But then there are challenges in storing this and transporting hydrogen across different destinations. So that increases the cost of production. So as of now, because this is still an upcoming sector, so the cost of green hydrogen, the cost of green ammonia, the cost of green methanol is more than double than the conventional fuel. So cost-wise, it is costlier, around twice the cost of the conventional fuel. But we expect that as the volumes go up, so the economy of scale kicks in, and the new technologies are developed, which make the cost of production less. So with time, this cost will come down, and we will achieve a parity. Then various regulations are also being put in place. Penalty on carbon. So that is being enforced by various countries across the world. So that will also force the liners, the ship operators to look for newer fuels. Maybe it's costly, but then it will save the penalty on the other side. So that will compensate and reduce the gap, cost difference between the conventional fuel and the hydrogen. So ultimately, with time, it will come up.
Understood. And one question, sir, taking it on a little more lighter note, sir, you think far as Kandla port being placed in a more, I would say, a rural setup or a traditional setup, will that hamper the production of green hydrogen, or is it wouldn't make much of a difference?
I don't see that as a challenge, because in any case, hydrogen and ammonia production will require certain safety norms and safety regulations, where it is better to keep the city outside certain limits. And this makes this port, it's an advantage to this port that we have huge amount of land parcels here. And the city or the part of it where the residential accommodation and all those setup is there, it's slightly far away from this place. So that is an advantage that we need to
consider,
take into
consideration. Okay. On a closing note, sir, since we have a little shortage on time, a very fun question, I would say, sir, is if you had to choose a port in the world that you admire, which port would that be?
I'm working with Kandla port, and my aim is to put this port above all of the other ports of the world. So that is our ambition, that is our aim. We'll put in everything. But to compare this port with other international ports, I think Rotterdam and Hamburg are the two ports of Europe. So with which we should compare this port, because the cargo profile are more or less similar. So, but then the speed and the scale that we are planning, and under the vision that our honorable Prime Minister has given to the sector, it has made huge difference to this
Impacts, yes.
infrastructure and to the way that we are looking at this country. So, and the ultimate vision is to place this port and the maritime sector of this country on the global map as a leader in this sector. So we are working towards that, and I'm sure that we'll do our best.
And sir, the port has received a huge sum of money from the government. And how do we proceed to diffuse it, if I may say? And will it be helping the city and the people around it, the locals around it, in
So-
terms of infrastructure maybe, or social
Yes,
causes?
yes. So port is an autonomous body. It's an autonomous authority. We generally don't take financial assistance or from the government.
Yes.
We generate our own revenue. So this is a profit earning center. So the more the volumes we handle, the more the revenue we earn.
Comes.
So in revenue terms, we have improved by more than 9% as compared to last year. In volume terms, we have increased more than 13% as compared to last year. We have good amount of money, and therefore we are trying to use that money productively to create more capacity, to improve the infrastructure quality of this port, to improve the quality of service that we provide to the customers and the stakeholders and the clients, and also to use this fund to create facilities and improve the living environment of the city.
Okay.
So we are looking at creating green open areas for the
The city.
citizens of this country, citizens of this particular area, locality, and some amusement park kind of a thing, or something to where you can have a like museum where
Some
you
sort
can
of an entertainment source.
entertainment. Yes. That is also our plan. That's also on radar. So we'll be doing something for citizens of this particular area.
Okay. Sir, before we close, another set of a few questions is: you're placed in Gujarat as of now, so you've been to different locations. So any particular dish that you personally favor? You've come to Kandla, you have liked something, and you would like to tell your audience that you have to or you must try in Gujarat. Anything that you like particularly?
I'm not particularly fond of eating, so but all the dishes of this state, wherever I've gone and whatever I've eaten here, are very good. And rotla, I think rotla
Yes,
is one
rotla
thing that
is what it's called.
So that I think is something which everybody should try.
And also, sir, if not here, where would you be, sir? If not Kandla Port, if not in the railways, what would be your choice of career? If not here.
So I'm ending my career now, so I'm looking towards totally my second innings, and that will be in the what you call realm of spirituality. So that will be totally different from this professional life.
Space. Yes.
So it's all the God where He takes me.
And if, sir, this is mostly a space where the youth is watching, so a message that you would like to give to the youth.
Yes, very important, because we are creating an ecosystem where we are going to set up facilities, as I said, green hydrogen, ammonia, methanol, more and more of derivatives of the green molecule. Now, these are new things which require upskilling and having exposure to the sector, acquiring knowledge in the sector.
Yes.
So these are the areas which will open up new job opportunities, create new avenues for employment. More and more investment can come in here. So different kind of business model.
Yes.
So that will create an opportunity for the youth. Now, since Kandla is located in this part of the country, so the youth of this area should immediately start reading more and more about hydrogen, about ammonia, getting and to know about the nuances of these molecules.
Yes.
Go to the websites, different websites which can give you some information, some knowledge. Acquire some basic skill set through desktop research.
Correct.
Try to do some research at your free time instead of looking at the social media and these handles. Go and do some research. Try to download some papers, read it, whatever you understand. attend some seminars, conferences, and listen to some lectures on the YouTube, so that you come to know about the risks and the advantages and the where these technologies are developing.
Yes.
So by the time these industries come up in 3 or 4 years, you have that basic skill set to at least enter that sector. And once you enter that, there will be huge demand across the world, because Europe is coming up in a big way, Africa is coming up with the new production plants and everything. So there will be demand of manpower who have exposure to this industry. So this is the time when the youth should now focus on this sector, try to build up their value and upgrade their CVs, and be ready to take up job in this challenging sector.
And so would you suggest the universities to maybe add this as a part of their curriculums?
So as I said, this is a new sector. So if you start looking to the universities, and it may create a kind of a restrictive approach. Try to do
self-research,
self-study, research, and try to gather as much material as you can in this sector, and get hold of any industry where you can start working.
Correct.
And once you start that, you have a professional hands-on experience, then the field is open to you.
Understood. And last of the question, you are a leader leading so many people, and you have been so through the years. So as a leader, sir, what is your one approach or one quotation, or maybe somebody you look up to that we can take inspiration from?
So there is nothing called leadership; it's all a teamwork. So my style of working has been that take your team along with you. There should be no leader or your what you call follower. It's all a teamwork. Everybody has his own strength and weakness. So try to use the strengths and strong points of all your team workers. Create a vision. Have a vision, and then everyone should start working towards achieving that vision, that ambition, that target. And our Honorable Prime Minister has done exactly the same thing. He has given us a vision, a very clear vision and objective where we should go and where we should look at. And then everybody starts designing his own strategy and their own plans to achieve that vision. So that should be the style of implementation and execution that will take us forward.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm very grateful for your time. It was a wonderful experience.
Thank you.